this is
about
awesome because this family dynamic does not go on in Nebraska, but it goes on. It might go on in the South. I doubt
Mary's divorced?
Huh? No, Mary's not divorced,
Oh.
but her dad and mom are divorced. Now, Mary just had a baby, but guess what? Dad just had a baby with his second, much younger wife.
Oh, God. That's great. It's like a
And Dad is insisting.
Fox sitcom.
And Dad is insisting that his grandson call his son by his proper time.
Mary just had a baby, but her parents are divorced, and her dad married a much younger woman, and they just had a baby
They're
as well?
about to have a baby.
Oh, they're about to have a
like
baby.
any day now.
Oh, so wait. Oh, my God, this is confusing. So Mary's brother is about to be born.
No. Yes.
Her son would then call her brother, I guess, uncle. But it's like saying my uncle isn't born yet.
Yes.
So if my mom, no.
And this is where Mary has the problem. Okay. She says, listen, my kids.
This sounds more like Idaho than California.
Because Mary has the baby that she had a month ago. Her stepmom, I'm guessing who's about the same age as her, is
also her best friend.
Is about to have a baby. Is about to have her baby brother. But she had her baby a month ago. Mary had her baby a month ago. Mary also has another child that is older, that is 4.5. Okay. Her dad.
Oh, how screwed up is school going to be? Hopefully they don't go to the same school.
They're all going to be in the same school. Her dad is. This is Modern Family, but this is what makes Modern Family the greatest sitcom in the history of sitcoms. I mean, it's up there. It's the top 5 for sure.
Maybe they were big fans and they decided to give it a shot.
Yeah. Dad is definitely Jay Pritchard on this one. So Dad is expecting his grandkids to call his son uncle.
Even though they're going to be...
Even though they're both older than him.
Yeah. One of them will be at the bars when the other one's still, trying to, not even old enough to drive. And he'll have to call him Uncle
Mary
Sean.
Says, I think this is ridiculous because they are older than him, so they shouldn't be able to call him uncle.
Well, technically,
what do you
he
guys
is an
think?
uncle, but at the same time, I agree with what she's saying. Just let them be kids and just call them cousins.
Her dad says it would be disrespectful for his grandkids not to call his son uncle. This is so weird. Regardless of age.
This only happens in California, by the way.
Who's right?
That people only care about this.
Who's right?
Mary's right. I mean, technically, yes, I realize that, but he's younger.
This is the weirdest dynamic.
Can you imagine?
But I love it because
can you imagine when the older kid, the one that's 4 years older, and he gets a call and he's got to go pick up his high school uncle. He's like, "Yeah, we got to go get Uncle Tom." Uncle Tom's probably not the best. Uncle Kevin.
Hey, Billy, you want to go play basketball after school today? I can't. I got to go pick up my uncle and my little sister.
Oh, God, what's wrong with your uncle? Nothing. He's 16. He hasn't got his license yet. Well, that's some hillbilly stuff right there. That's California hillbilly.
If your father had a baby after your babies were born, would you insist that your kids call your father's son, which is also your brother, their uncle? Results of this?
I saw this. It's almost a landslide.
I can't believe it, though.
Yes.
I can't believe it. Matt writes in, it's 70, yeah, Jeremy said it's 70-30. 70% of people are saying, yes, I would insist that my grandkids call my son a uncle because it's true. 30% are saying, no, it's confusing. Matt says, we have this situation in my family. We just call each other cousins because it's way less confusing. And that's where I sit on it. I mean, that's what makes sense.
Is Matt from West Virginia?
Matt's our one listener in Austin.
Texas, huh?
Yeah.
So
Texas gets it.
I mean,
California
eventually, you want to get it right. I mean, but at what age do you tell a kid? I'm not a parent. You are, so you tell me. At what age do you start telling your kid that this is actually your Uncle Tom?
No.
And
Never. You just always refer to him as cousin.
this is your cousin? So growing up,
And then when they want to dig into it, maybe when they get older, they're like, hey,
well, what-
wait a minute, you're not my cousin. Because
your daughter comes to you.
You're my mom's brother.
She says, Dad, why you been lying to me all these years saying that Tom was my cousin? He's my uncle.
You tell them the truth. Because it was just easier. It was just easier to convey the message. Because if I would have told you at 4 years old that the kid that you're out in the yard playing with, you guys are picking each other's noses, was your uncle, you would have no respect for any uncles in your life.
It would be confusing to a kid going, wait a second. Wait,
hey, that can't be my
Uncle
uncle.
Bill is 45 and Uncle Tom is
2 weeks younger than me? 2 years younger than me?
How does that work, Mom? Well, then you have to explain that. Well, you're not old enough to figure it out.
More and more people.
Are you already having that conversation? Are you ever telling your kids?
I don't have any weirdos in my family.
You're not old enough to understand that right now. We'll tell you when you get older.
Old enough to understand what?
I don't know. I remember when I was a kid that I was told that, you're not old enough. One day we'll explain this to you.
Whenever an episode of the Ron and Tammy's episodes come up on Parks and Rec, I always turn it. No, we can't watch that one. Because they dirty. Yeah. Ron and Tammy.
Boy, they like to wrestle.
Nasty.
See, that's wrestling right there.
They are nasty on the Parks
You know, you get a letter home from the principal. Hey, your daughter said she was wrestling this boy today. She called it Uncle. She says Ron and Tammy. Ron and Tammy. Well, I don't know. I guess the people have spoken now. 74-26.
So it's moving in the direction of more and more people are saying.
You tell them it's your uncle.
You tell them it's your uncle.
Even though they're the same age.
It's confuse the hell out of your kids at an early age because then they'll realize that life is not as easy as they think.
I just feel like kids don't know any better, so you just tell them whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's your uncle. Okay, cool. You think that's what their response is? That's not my response. As an inquisitive young man, my response is like, that can't be my uncle because my Uncle Danny is 42. That doesn't make sense. Because that can't be my uncle. But it's California.
Diane says you need to teach them the correct sequence of uncle to nephew and cousin.
Sure. Why don't you teach it with somebody who's more age appropriate? That's what I say. Like, why don't you?
Well, maybe you don't tell them anything. You just say that's
of a
Tommy.
real uncle in your
that's
family?
Tommy. You don't have to tell them it's your cousin or your uncle. Say this is Tommy. I don't know. I had a normal family.
Or if you go, yeah,
I have
exactly.
to deal with any of
You
this.
could go all in vindictive if you're the mom in this situation. You could go, yeah, that's my brother from another mother.
That's what you should do. That's